We hear a lot of reports on the living conditions when our men are deployed overseas. And I always wonder, what's the hardest thing for them to leave behind? And what is it really like when they return home?
You have new things that you need to experience, and I think that's the challenging part, is the unknown. You need to adjust, you need to adapt, and as a Canadian soldier, we're called to do that all the time.
The long phone calls, I would call them in the middle of the night, and it would be the middle of the day back home. And a couple times I've had to hang up the phone and run to the bunker, but the hardest part was calling your mom that far away and hearing the nerves in her voice, knowing that you were in danger and she was afraid for you. That was hard to deal with.
The first Christmas, horrible. You just don't realize how much you miss family at that time of year. And everyone else has their own family, and I was there by myself. I had a few friends that took me in, and we celebrated Christmas together. So it was really probably the most difficult part.
It is seeing a whole new light of things, right? Most people in the Western world will not see some of the things that we've seen out there. It's seeing the world from a whole different point of view, a whole different line of poverty, a whole different line of thinking, a whole different culture, and coming back and then taking what you've learned and integrating with people that have not seen that, have not ever experienced that. And it is frustrating, but you have to come back and realize that you're on two different paths, and now you're coming back together and actually having to go back to the good old ways of doing things.
Excellent. I was really glad to see my family again. And I was even more so glad to see my parents, my father and my grandfather specifically, because then I understood what they had been through. I could see that three-dimensional battle space that they'd already experienced. Actually, we shared a lot of stories when I got home from Afghanistan, and I found that was a very excellent, stable network and a comfortable environment, because you know your parents and your grandparents, you're comfortable with them, and to have that link with them and share similar experiences was very comforting. Personally, I didn't have any bad dreams, but I did wake up a lot looking for my rifle. It was really weird to go from an environment that is so hostile, where you're used to having a weapon on hand all the time as your lifeline, to not. And just daily sounds that would catch your attention. You find that you're a little bit more alert when you get home, and in the middle of the night, when you wake up and you're looking for your rifle, that's when you realize, hey, I'm at home now, I'm safe. I don't need it.
And it's great to have them home and to be spending Remembrance Day with them. And when we come back, we'll find out what the soldiers themselves are remembering on November 11th.